A very pleasant good morning to each and every one of you. Welcome once again to the People's Forum of In the Streets with Big Stone. His Excellency Dr. Kevin O. Smith. Who is he? Who is this man that has rose to prominence? Well, it just didn't happen overnight. He just didn't become this overnight sensation. It started a long time ago. In his own words, he said he got a vision from the Almighty that when he was 17 years old, he's going to be an evangelist and tour the world. Well, he did just that. He'd been to a number of foreign countries, meet the elite of the elite, come back to Jamaica, start his ministry, and he's know who he has become. When I listen to him, and I watch about 5 or 6 of his service, and when I listen to Kevin came across very intelligent, very articulate, very knowledgeable, a smart human being, one that can evaluate an audience and in split second have them eating out of the palm of his hands. He was that brilliant. When I checked him out, he studied psychology, psychotherapy. He studied how the human being mind works. How do I get to this part of the brain? How do I have these people eating out of my hands? How do I get these people to believe every single word that I say? How do I do that? And he made this a study over the years. When you listen to him speak articulately, with class, when you see the type of people that he was seen photographed with, then it tells you this is not a normal human being. I don't know the man personally, never been in his presence, never been to his church, but just looking at the images that unfold, this is a dangerous man. And we can utilize the word dangerous in good or dangerous in bad. Because you know, we here in Jamaica, when something good, we say, boy, it's wicked. And when something is bad, we say, boy, that, you know. So we speak on both sides of our tongue when we speak in Jamaica. But this man touched a subject, and he had been on this topic, the big C, for quite a number of his speech. And ladies and gentlemen, the way he spoke about this big C, he speaks about this big C with some commitment, a level of truth in some of his explanation, you know, and he has been on it, and you can hear the signal that he's not with it, you know. And if you're not with something, then you're against something, you know. And he spoke at length, you know, in different episode about the big C. And I don't know, but could it be that he was infiltrated in terms of his congregation? Could it be that the security personnel we saw there were planted? We don't know. We were never there. These are just thoughts flowing out in the streets, word on the ground, you know, that he has to be working with someone much more powerful. a few days ago, this came out in the newspaper, and it is from our Prime Minister. It says, Onus urges church leaders preaching against to tread carefully, with some church leaders insisting that their congregants should refrain from taking the big C. You know what? Prime Minister Andrew Onus has urged the preachers to desist from engaging in that practice. Onus said church leaders should instead respect the personal choices of individuals who wish to get inoculated with the life-saving drugs. I would appeal to those persons who hold religious objections and bracket in taking the big C, not to seek to impose them on the people who you lead. Onus suggested, it is all good and well to stand on your pulpit and preach, but don't go further than that. Don't stop persons or making persons feel that they would betray the faith if they decide to take the big C, he added. The Prime Minister aired his views on the matter of religious influence on the big C process during the big C tour in Northern Clarendon on Thursday. Onus deemed it unfair for religious leaders to impose their own belief on churchgoers who may want to get the big C against the novel big C. You can have your religious belief, but it's not fair to impose that religious belief on the people who you are preaching to, because we're seeing and getting reports of persons saying that, if you take the, they are betraying their pastor, he argued. It should instead be a conversation that airs a religious position spiritually, and being involved in a religious group always come down to a personal choice, Onus contended. Further, he claimed that there are some clergymen and women who are very jealous of their right to preach their doctrines and their perspectives. Among it all, the Prime Minister suggests that religious leaders should seek to preach messages that will, among other things, elevate their church members. If you're a leader and you mislead your flock, it is a greater sin on you for misleading your flock. I would encourage all leaders, especially those who stand on religious platforms, to ensure they are genuinely and truly preaching a message that is going to elevate, uplift, and give knowledge to your flock, so that your flock can survive, he advised. Ladies and gentlemen, those are some very powerful words coming from our Prime Minister. And this program is just to see how you're thinking, how my fan base are thinking. And, I brought both cases out, and I want you to comment in the comment section below. Let me hear how you feel what's going on, about Dr. Kevin O. Smith, His Excellency, and the amount of powerful people that he was seen with, and the amount of power that he waves on the people of Montego Bay. See, he has not been charged yet with a crime. 10 people are being held, and I think him and another are not being charged with any crime. He has some of the best lawyers, QC, and this one is going to be a very special trial, because this has the attention of the entire world. The world press is watching, and it comes at a time when there are restrictions being handed out, mandates and so on, and a lot of people are going to ask the question, because the videos are still up there on YouTube for you to go see for yourself. What were some of the statements that Dr. Kevin O. Smith was making in regards to the big C and so on? You know, just watch these videos and listen to the words that comes out of his mouth. Whether it's truthful or not, it's up to you. But I can tell you this brother, again, is articulate, he's intelligent, he's sharp, he's witty. You can see he has his psychological profile on people down pack. And he's very, 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 his esteem is very high, self-esteem he has. And that's why he calls himself His Excellency, and people have to see him as His Excellency and bow down to him and so on, because of how he feels about himself. Well, ain't nothing wrong with that is when you impose that on other people, because I consider myself a king. The way I carry myself is I would like for others, I do for others that others should do for me the same way. And I exhibit love and respect for each person every day. So ain't nothing wrong with you thinking highly of yourself, you know. But when you start to impose yourself as God, allegedly, because I never heard this from his mouth, but it's room for thought. So I want you to listen to some of his videos, because I see a lot of people start talking. There's a lot of vloggers talking about this and talking about that like they were there. None of us were there. You know what I mean? We're not privy to some of the information. There's a lot of fake news going on out there in the streets and so on. From what I heard, the pastor's being well taken care of. His congregation said they were treated nicely by the police. They were not dealt with as criminals. And you know, it's up to you. Go look at the videos, weigh the evidence. Don't just listen to me as a vlogger coming up with my side of the story, because there's always my side, your side, his side, their side, and the truth. But the Almighty Creator has given us wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to look with our eyes and our ears and discern the truth, because only the truth shall set you free. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and share this video. And if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, now is the time to do so. Thank you so much. Have a great Sabbath to you all.